and welcome to the Awaken24 podcast. I'm your host, Zee Arabaliva, and today we're going to look at what the name Awaken24 actually means. Awaken24 is like a reminder, something to stick in your head. For what? It's there so you can remind yourself to be clear of why, what, how, when you're doing things. You're reacting to things, you're thinking of things, you're feeling of things. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be meticulous in taking apart every activity that you do with your body, mouth, and mind, but it does mean or point towards self introspection to understand, to become clear as to what is making you move your senses. Now, moving the senses means what is triggering you to give a reaction. We're going to use the word trigger because that's just a normal, common phrase. What moves your mind? What moves your senses? Your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Why are you reacting to something the way you do? Be it from something external, like people, places, things, or internal, like memories, feelings, visualizations. Why would you think? Why would you choose to have certain perspectives about things? Now, these things are broad. The word things is a very broad term here because I don't know particularly who you are. So I don't know what actually moves your mind. So that's for you. That's for you to sit and contemplate throughout the day. What is it that made me or had me do such a thing, react in such a way, think such thoughts, feel the way I did? Because we make stories about our experiences all the time. Sometimes we're very clear about what those stories are. Like we know in the moment, this is how I feel. This is what I'm going to say. However, rarely do we understand the causes of that influence or the causes of what gives us the feel, the push, the want, the desire to act in certain ways that bring us certain outcomes. So the goal here with Awaken 24 is a reminder to understand your causes or the causes of why you experience the world you do. It is self-introspection. You're asking who, what, when, where, how, and why. And you can't even delve into your past, but don't sit in your past for too long, especially if it is something traumatic, because all you're going to be doing is bringing up those feelings. Maybe they were uncontrollable. Maybe they were very, very powerful and causing you to be in a state of like uh, sadness, depression, overthinking, anxiety, stress. And these things, you don't want to float in that kind of ocean too long. You will sink. So, best thing to do is start with something small, something easy, maybe something immediate in your life. Maybe it could be food. Maybe it could be a movie that moved you to tears or moved you to extreme laughter, made you sad, made you think about yourself and your life and why me and all that. And remember, this isn't just about you feeling sad and depressed and you have to understand the causes. This is also towards why you are so excited and happy. Because remember, when you're breaking things down to understand what moves you, what triggers a response from you internally, you're also allowing yourself to pull the strings on the reality you experience. Once you know the root cause, you can now direct your attention, which is the most important aspect here, towards something that will either build you up or something that'll either something that'll build you up or something that'll break you down. And of course, we'll ask the question, why would I want to bring something into my life that pulls me into a horrible state? We do that. As humans, we do that all the time. One moment we're extremely happy, the next moment we're stuck in some type of, downward trend. And we really want to be able to get a hold of our mind. Hence, we don't believe our mind straight. We question and we investigate. And that investigation allows us to open the door to find the cause of what pulls us in any direction that we're not really wanting to go into, especially the ones we want to go into. Because if you're getting something so powerful that makes you feel really good, of course you want to keep that. And of course you have to understand that there's ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of the mind, emotions, of life, and all that fun stuff. So it is best to just sit back and go, okay, I'm really excited about this. This is amazing. I can't wait for this thing, or I want to keep this feeling, or I hope this person, or I like this thing, or whatever it is. You want to keep that. So what you would do is ask, what am I doing that equates such an outcome? And then you repeat, but never expect that that state, that feeling will always be that 100% state all the time. Because you're not chasing states of bliss and happiness or sadness and depression. You're looking for the cause of what helps you get to those states. And you're nourishing those by doing the things that equate those, by thinking the things that equate them, and speaking the things that equate them. This is body, mouth, and mind practice. So Awaken24 is that reminder for self-introspection throughout the day, so you can be clear as to the hows and whys and the whats of what you're doing and how you're acting and reacting. It's very important, because once you can control the mind and you can maintain a nice state of stillness in all that you do over time, it's not like you're going to be totally non-reactive to anything. It's not about non-reactivity. It's about knowing why you would react and what outcome you're looking for. It's like playing chess. But you don't have to be hardcore meticulous. Little by little, it becomes a habit, and you're able to understand yourself better, and then change the things that brought you down and empower the things that bring you up in a clear state, so at least you know the direction you're going into and the possible or inevitable outcome that may appear. Excellent. Thank you so much for listening. In our next episode, we're going to delve right into Wuzo, the origin of enlightenment.